Hello, welcome to Dog Hugs. Robbie, happy Friday and
Happy Friday.
National Dog Week. This is so great. You know, folks, all week, if you have been following our Facebook page and this show, we've been telling you about this great book, Other People's Pets by RL MAIZES. She is... Spider really liked the book. I did too. It's just a really fun read, great characters. And we are giving away today 2 copies of this book. And fortunately, we are in the laundry lounge.
Yay!
So we have the nation's largest bingo spinner behind me. And so all week long, folks have been putting in their requests to win this book. And we are putting in cards into the dryer right now. We'll leave the 0 out of it. Here we go. And maybe, if we're really lucky, we're going to draw the book. Wait there, buddy. And so, here we go. All right, let's spin the dryer. Let's spin the bingo machine. So this is with, again, RL MAIZES' wonderful new book, Other People's Pets. RL is going to join us in a little bit. But right now, let's see if we'll get Spider to actually draw one of our 2 winners. Okay, Spider, you ready, buddy?
We need drum rolls for this.
What's that, Robbie?
I said we need drum rolls. I should have had my husband bring his drums. He could have stood behind and drum.
Right. Now, we've never done that before. And let's see if we'll get Spider to do it. Come on, Spider. Go get it. Can you get it? Go get it. Nah.
We're drawing from all of the comments.
Here, have that towel. I almost won through. Would have gotten it. Okay, I'm going to spin it again. And then I'll reach in. Robbie, you call when?
Stop.
Okay. Open the
So
door.
this is from all of the people who commented on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn all week long. So the winner is
Number
1.
And who is number 1?
You know, I should have been more prepared for that. I know number 1 was on Instagram, so let me go and look that up, and I will announce it in the Facebook and the Instagram comments as the show goes on.
Fantastic.
So that I'm not doing that right now.
Number 1, you are the winner of Other People's Pets. And now we start drawing number 2. I'm going to get the cards back out of the dryer. Back out of the bingo spinner, I should. Okay.
So the way you can win the second copy of the book that we have is you need to, in the Facebook comments, let us know what Larry's dog's name is. We may have said that Larry's dog's name is Spider once or twice on this show. And we may have said how Spider got his name. So if you put the name of Larry's dog in the comments, then you are going to be assigned a number and we'll do another random draw.
All right, let's see if we can get anybody commenting in right away. Let's see. So while we wait for the first person to enter the contest to win the next copy of Other People's Pets by RL MAIZES, who's going to join us a little bit later, put in the name of this guy. I'll give you a hint. His name's Spider. Just put it in the chat and you'll be entered automatically to win the book. So why are we celebrating this? Because it's National Dog Week.
Yes.
Yay! So here's a film that we made for National Dog Week. How do I play? There we go.
They're all so cute.
Yeah. We did this at pet orphans with shelter dogs.
Nice face wash, spa treatment. Nice. I love that
Thank
film.
you so much, Pet Orphans, for allowing us to film over there. And this is all you got to do is put in the name of my dog in the comments and you'll be entered to win. Who's first? Boy, you guys are shy today.
Yeah, really. We're getting a lot of eyes on the video, so come on, people comment.
What, you know, now that it's National Dog Week, Robbie, what have dogs meant to you in your life?
You know, I know that everybody that watches the show knows about Henrietta, and she truly was my heart dog. And she was with me through the loss of my parents, through all of my breast cancer surgeries and recovery. I lost her in June, so she left a big hole in my heart. But I've got two other poodles that are wandering around. Some of them are yipping in the background. And it's like, they are like, you know, they just fill my heart with such joy and love. And watching the two of them wrestle around and, you know, fight and play with the toys, it's just like every time I'm feeling stressed, I just stop and watch them and just feel so relaxed. So that's what they bring to my life.
Oh, that is really wonderful. Yeah. Spider has really added a lot to my life. And even though, you know, I've become known as a big dog expert through writing books and now doing the show with Robbie and Geraldine, this Spider is only my second dog.
Oh my gosh. I think I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, as a grown-up. You know, we had when I was a kid, my family and we had dogs and cats.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I had more of a relationship with the cats than with the dogs. Yeah. And it was really only as an adult, you know, until I adopted my first dog, Higgins, a golden retriever from Golden Retriever Rescue, GRR.
Oh, girl, love it.
Golden Retriever Rescue. And then it was like, my heart just opened up. And then got the opportunity to, you know, I've been a writer and a producer of all kinds of media for my whole career, videos and TV and computer games and whatnot. And I got this dog, and it's like, I wonder if there's something we could do. And anyhow, I ended up making this DVD for young kids called Animal Wow, that taught young kids how to be safe and successful with dogs. And through that process, I just said, I need to do more of this. That was super. And so now, fortunately, this is all that I do. Yeah. And, well, Christian, would you like to be entered in the contest? You just put in your wonderful comment. And other people's pets, by the way, not only has dogs in it, but may have a cat. So I encourage you to enter the contest to get your copy of Other People's Pets. Now, every week on Positively Woof, we celebrate other people's dogs.
We do.
Through our Supermodel of the Week contest. And this week is no exception. So, and all you have to do to be part of that contest is, let me get everything set up right. How did this happen? Add to stream. There we go. That's what
we go.
Yeah. So we celebrate dogs every week. We have this wonderful Supermodel of the Week contest. All you have to do is post photos of your dog. And then, Robbie, what happens?
So every day, my amazing daughter goes in and gets all of the photos that have been shared. Puts that on our.
We want to see them.
Yes. So people share the photo of their dog and their dog's name. She shares it to the stream. Then everybody gets to see it, like it, comment, share it. And then at the end of the week, she compiles all of that information and comes up with the Supermodel of the Week.
And here's to this week's finalists and winner.
So cute.
Number 5, we've got Miku, Biku, and Miku. And Tucker. Tucker's a frequent entrant into the contest.
He's a handsome boy. Ah, there's my Hazel.
Chester. Hello, Chester.
Now, drum roll for the winner.
Go. Here's our winner. And Athena, a cute dog.
So cute.
Yeah, so that's the kind of fame. That's the kind of fame that you can expect if you win it. If you enter the Supermodel of the Week contest.
And who doesn't want their dog to be the Supermodel of the Week?
That's so. We have some entrants into the contest already.
We do. I'm going to go and start numbering people.
Right. So yes, please. Christian is in. Kari Woof, Querida. Okay. Jane, that is the correct answer. And Sarah Smith from Saginaw. Great to see you. Yes, you got the correct answer. And Querida, all you have to do is put in Spider, and you'll be in as well. So yeah, the Supermodel of the Week contest. Remember, it's National Dog Week.
Yep.
And that's why we're celebrating with RL MAIZES' great book, Other People's Pets. And she'll be with us in a moment to celebrate. And all you have to do for a chance to win a copy is put the name of my dog into the comments. And over there is my dog. His name is Spider. That's a hint.
That's a good hint.
That's a pretty good hint. Yeah. All right. Well, while we're at it and waiting for, look, we're getting just more and more comments in here. Very good. That's right. Let's bring on to the show and celebrate National Dog Week with the star of the show, our wonderful author of Other People's Pets. Here she is, RL MAIZES. RL, it is so great to have you with us. Congratulations on this book.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here. I know I was here 2 months ago, and it's so wonderful to come back. And if it's okay with you, I want to say one word about the book, which is that it's about an animal empath. So it's actually about a woman who can feel what animals feel physically in her body, both dogs and cats and
Congratulations.
birds, and all kinds of animals. So that's it. That's all I'll say about that. And the other thing I wanted to say is I wanted to also address what dogs have meant to me on this National Dog Week. You know, when I was divorced, I had 2 dogs, 2 rescue dogs. And I was divorced for 11 years before I remarried, and they took care of me so well. They were companions, and they would cuddle up with me, and one would protect me. And I always knew when I came home, I wouldn't be lonely because they would be there. They got me outside and exercising, They helped me meet my new neighbors in the new neighborhood I lived in. And so I just, both of those dogs have passed and I miss them terribly. And now I have a new wonderful dog named Rosie. And I could call her and see if she'll come. Rosie.
Rosie.
Now.
We want to meet Rosie.
So good. She's such a good girl.
She is.
So here's Rosie.
Hey,
let's see if I can get her. Here we go, Rosie. There she is. And there's Rosie.
Hi.
And Rosie's also a rescue. And Rosie is just, again, I want you to just see how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
To see how beautiful Rosie is with those beautiful ears of hers. And so she's my heart dog now. And I feel so blessed to have her.
That is great. How old is Rosie?
So Rosie's about 6. You know, when you adopt a shelter dog, you're never really exactly sure, but we've had her for 5 years, and they told us she was about 1 when we adopted her. So she's about 6, but you can see she has some white around her muzzle. And veterinarian
already.
Should I show you again?
Yes, looking distinguished already.
I was going to say.
Good girl. She's such a good girl. There she is. And the veterinarian did say that she's a little bit of a worrier. And that's like me. She's a little bit of a worrier. So that's why maybe she has a little bit of an early goatee.
Yeah, that's nice. What brought you to write about animals and pets in your fictional work?
Yes. So, I mean, I think writers, I care so much about animals. So I'll say that for start. We write about what we care about. And I care so much about animals. And I have volunteered at shelters. And of course, I adopt shelter animals, cat. And right now I have a cat and a dog. And I'm concerned sometimes about the suffering that animals experience in our society. And sometimes they suffer because they're neglected. And sometimes they suffer, wild animals, because of things like habitat destruction. And so I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to write about a character who could feel what animals feel, and then to see the world through her eyes, and just to see what does she experience if she can feel what animals feel, because it's not entirely a sad book. I mean, animals also feel wonderful things and a lot of joy and happiness, but all of it, the whole picture. And I just had the greatest time writing it and imagining what this main character would feel, and about her relationships with her animals and with other animals, because she's also a veterinary student. So
yes.
So what would that be like?
I had such a great time with your book, RL, and again, congratulations. I just really loved one of the big surprises, and we talked about this last time that you were on the show, was how you made likable a main character, the hero of our story, who has to do some criminal activity.
Yeah.
For a good cause.
Yes, exactly. And even while she's doing the criminal activity, she is helping animals.
That's really wonderful. Really, really, really clever. Yeah. Now, coming up is National Write a Novel Month. Wait a minute. How does it go?
NaNoWriMo.
NaNoWriMo. And Robbie, RL, tell us about that.
Well, I'll let you start, Robbie, because you have actually done it for many years.
I have 7 years in a row. So it is National Novel Writing Month. So what it is, for the month of November, you write a 50,000 word novel. So if you break that down, that is 1,667 words a day. And like we were talking earlier, RL, it's the fact that the more you write, the more you write. So you may not have a stunning publishable novel at the end of November, but you have 50,000 words of a novel that you can actually go back and edit.
That's right.
If you don't write it, you can't edit it.
Right. And there's really no other way to learn how to write than to write a lot. And so I think NaNoWriMo is such a great experience for people who may have thought for years, oh, I'd like to try writing a novel. I have a novel in me. I have an idea, to try to spend a month writing every day.
Just getting in that habit. Even if you don't write the 50,000 words for that month, if you're writing 30 days in a row, I mean, by the time you're done, it's like you want to keep writing because you, like you say, you have built that habit.
Right.
What is your writing process?
So I do write every day. And when I wrote Other People's Pets, I wrote 5.5 days a week. Okay. I would write every morning because I'm freshest in the morning. And so I'd write from about 9 to 12 every morning. And then I'd try to squeeze in another hour or hour and a half in the afternoon. And Saturday was half the day. And then Sunday was a holiday. But I found that writing, that it keeps your head in the story if you don't take big breaks.
Right.
You know, keeps your psyche in the story if you don't take big breaks. So I think no matter what you can do, consistency is really helpful to anyone who wants to develop their writing craft.
I know for me, what works when I'm doing NaNoWriMo is I try to end that day's writing like in the middle of a sentence, the middle of a paragraph, the middle of some sort of action. So when I sit down the next day, I've got somewhere, I guess, exciting to pick up from rather than just going, well, they sat around the coffee shop. It's like, oh.
Nice. Well, that's really good because also then your fingers, if you're writing on a computer, or your hand, if you're writing longhand, start moving right away. And there's just that action of typing on a computer or writing longhand. You start to build some momentum right away. So I really like that idea of starting in the middle of a scene or starting in the middle of a sentence. I think, or at least knowing where you want to go next.
Right. Yep. So I've heard some writers say, when they sit down and they have writer's block, which I don't believe in writer's block, that they will sit there and just write. I don't know what to write. I can't even imagine doing that. It's like, I feel like if I am sitting down to write, I have to write something that's more than I don't know what to write.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because you can at least try something. If you're not sure what to write, just try anything. Just as you said, just, put the characters in a scene, throw a wrench at them so that some little problem that they have, see what they do to try to fix it. Some problem in their life, some conflict that they have.
Do a lot of what ifing. What if my character did this, then what would happen? And sometimes I have put them in like scenes that make no sense. What if she ran into a dinosaur? Yeah, it's 2020. I don't think she's running into a dinosaur.
The novelist Somerset Maugham was asked, do you write on a schedule or do you wait for inspiration to strike? And his answer was, oh, I only do it when inspiration strikes. Fortunately, inspiration comes every day at exactly 9 a.m.
Exactly.
That's true. You can't wait for the muse or you'll never do anything.
No, I think that's absolutely right. And you know what? I think too, people think there's something magical about it. But the truth is, in some ways, it's like any job. If you look at it and you sit down at 9 o'clock, if that's when your working day starts, then it will happen. Even when I'm not feeling inspired, I always say to myself, my only job is to sit down and put my hands on the keyboard.
And so are there times when you really just would rather just go back and edit? It's like, I'm just going to take a break from maybe creating today and go back and do some editing?
Yes, I do sometimes do that. They're so different. And there's something in some ways very satisfying about the editing process because you're improving what you've already done. And also you slow down. Like, I think writing is a somewhat of a fast process. You want to keep going. That's a NaNoWriMo experience. You want to find the story. But I think editing is a slowing down process where you start asking yourself questions. Is this the right word? Is this the right sentence? Does this need to be a scene rather than something I've summarized? You start using your analytic brain And that's a different experience, and also just very rewarding to be improving what you might have done the week before. So I'm not someone who says, no, you can't edit until you've written the whole book.
Beautiful advice. Now, you've been on a virtual book tour, RL.
Oh, yes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I have. So because we're in the middle of COVID, instead of going to actual bookstores, I've gone to reading series in bookstores all over the world. And one of those was in Israel, which was really fantastic. And I was telling you before the show started that a woman who lives in Canada actually emailed me about the book. She had enjoyed it. So that was wonderful to hear. And she said, oh, yes, I heard you when you spoke in Israel. And so this woman from Canada was able to hear me speak in Israel because everything's on the internet right now. You know, everything's being broadcast and it's even being recorded. So if you're not up at the same time, you might be able to see it the next day or the day after. So that was really great. But I'm from my hometown. I live in Colorado now. I'm set in Colorado, but my hometown is Queens, New York, and I will be able to read in Queens, New York from Colorado, in a couple of months, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I've read in California, and so it's been really wonderful. You know, even though I miss shaking people's hands. I do. I miss going into the bookstore, shaking people's hands and meeting them in person. But at the same time, there's been a real silver lining in being able to appear on video where people from all over the world can see it.
That is very interesting.
Wonderful. And how can folks stay in touch with you for your future book events?
Sure. So if you go to my website, rlmaizes.com, no periods in that, just rlmaizes.com, there's an events page, and I have about 7 events coming up throughout the months of September, October, November, and December. And you can just tune into one of those live, or you can also tune in to recorded events that have already happened. One of them, the one that we did earlier, I think about 2 months ago.
Right.
And so you have choices.
That's great. Well, are we getting some more? We have a few.
We are up. We have 5, so whenever you're getting ready to go to the laundry lounge.
Very soon. So, folks, if you haven't done it yet, to enter in the contest to win RL Maizes' wonderful new novel, Other People's Pets, just put the name of my dog, hint is Spider, in the Facebook chat, and you'll be automatically entered to win.
The tests on this show are very difficult.
Yeah.
We really are upping the bar.
Yeah. Now, we have a budding animal empath here in the audience. It looks like Christian says, haha, I just realized I'd rather communicate to animals than humans because I understand them more. Oh, and Christian already loved the book.
Oh, thank you so much, Christian.
Very good. Very good. Yes. And Nora, Spider, that is so as you know, on this show, RL, we love to do shelter shout outs and really honoring the organizations out there that rescue and support humane education.
Yes.
Is there a rescue organization who you'd like to support today?
Absolutely. So both Rosie, who everybody met, and my cat Ari, and I could show, should I broadcast a little bit of Ari?
Please, Ari, willing to be on screen?
There she is.
There's
Ari.
Yeah.
And so, and Ari both came. Yep. They both came from Longmont Humane Society. And Longmont is a really wonderful shelter. One of the things that's wonderful about them is that they will keep dogs, sometimes for a year, sometimes for a few years, if they don't find the right home. And sometimes they'll let those dogs, if they've been there long term, go home with staff and volunteer so that they get a chance to get out of the shelter. And of course, they have a volunteer program for people to walk the dogs and take them hiking because it's so beautiful in Colorado. So Longmont Humane Society is just a great, great shelter.
Beautiful.
Sounds great.
Beautiful. All right. Well, let's get to the big giveaway on the show right now. And here we go. Last chance to put in Spider's name to win a copy of Other People's Pets by RL MAIZES. All right. Do we have more than 9 entries?
We have 6.
Okay. Last call.
RL, I loved how your cat was just staring at you over his shoulder. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, she's looking out the window where she's no doubt watching bunnies and all kinds of things. But then she knew her name and she knew enough to turn around. Very smart.
All right, here we go. The numbers are going into the laundry lounges, magic dryer, and bingo machine. And here we go.
Like romper room. Although I probably just dated myself right now with romper room.
What did you date yourself on, Robbie?
When I said this is like romper room.
Romper.
I remember that too.
I know that show as well. Yeah. RL, when you're ready, you can call stop, and I will reach in behind my back.
Is it on?
It's on, and it's running and tumbling.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, stop.
Here we go, and I'm reaching in.
Give that drum roll.
Yeah. Number 4.
Number 4.
Congratulations.
Let's see. I'm just looking. You can keep talking while I go look.
Again, congratulations, RL.
Thank you so much.
This show is also all about gratitude and blessing. You know, is there somebody in your life or in the world whom you'd love to give a shout out to or some gratitude, extend a blessing to?
Yes. You know, Rosie came to us. She wasn't trained at all. And I mean, she didn't know that she should go to the bathroom in the house. She didn't know how to sit or to stay, and we worked with a trainer named Gigi Moss, who also volunteers with the shelter to help too. And GIGIMOSS, if you're in Colorado, this area, and need a good trainer. And she just helped us so much. And of course, Rosie is house trained now and just the most lovely dog to live with. And so thank you, Gigi. I mean, there's these, when you find a good trainer who helps you help your animal and who teaches you how to teach your animal, it's really a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah, that would be
terrific. Yes. Well, Robbie, if you could put that back up on the screen, our winner is Adam. Congratulations, Adam.
Congratulations, Adam.
Yes. So you get a copy of Other People's Pets by RL MAIZES.
And I'll send a message through Facebook to get all of his information.
Fantastic.
And for our other winners, I'll message them through Instagram and get their information.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate everybody who entered the contest. And thank you, RL, for joining us on today's show.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So just to finish off the show, my shelter shout out today is going to go to Pet Orphans, who we made that film before that you got to see for National Dog Week. It's where I adopted Spider, and my thanks to Pet Orphans. Robbie, who do you got today?
I'm going to go with the Longmont Humane Society. I didn't really know anything about them before, and it just sounds like an amazing organization. So I'm going to piggyback on RL's today.
That's really wonderful.
Great.
And your gratitude today, Robbie?
I am grateful for my pets. I'm grateful today and every day, but because it's National Dog Week and I've had 2 ill dogs this week, so I'm grateful to my vet for making them better and to the 3 cats, 3 dogs, and lizard that I share my life with.
Beautiful.
Well, and my family too, my human family.
Yeah. Well, I'm going with a national treasure today. Today was the lying in state of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the first woman and the first Jewish person to lie in state at our Capitol. And blessings to all lives she's touched around this country, within her family, and around the world.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, folks, for joining us on Dog Hugs. And we look forward to seeing you all again next week. Thanks again, RL.
Thank you. Bye-bye.